Hello, guys.
Hello.
We are live.
Hello, guys. Long time
Yeah.
no see.
2 months.
2 months. Yeah, it's been a while.
2 months.
But it's a really important day today. That has to be said. Yeah,
Indeed.
it's a really big
It's
day.
a big day.
So we really need to celebrate the oldest guy in the group. No, it's the middle guy in the group. Yeah.
It's the middle guy. I'm the
Matthias,
oldest,
congratulations
sorry.
with your birthday today. Cheers.
Oh,
Hip hip. Hooray.
Hooray! Hang on, I brought the screwdriver. I had to open this.
Oh.
I'm a bit slow with this, guys. And Prost, yes.
tusen tack,
today's
Tomis.
video is sponsored by Spaten München.
Oh, and Erdinger, München.
And Lackerol makes people talk.
Sounds like a tire video.
Yeah. That tire video was really.
Okay, again, a real Prost for Matthias
Everybody's
on his
with us.
birthday.
Happy birthday, mate.
Happy birthday.
Tusen tack, Tomis. Cheers.
Oh, it's nice to be
nice.
back again.
Oh, we're and we're on the sort of fringe to the
Yeah, but
season
what happened?
starting.
Did we go into hibernation, or did we get into winter depression, or what? What is the reason?
No. I don't know. I think it was a lot of things to do, you know.
Yeah.
Full action on getting the bike out in the woods, and we have been on different other fun stuff as well that we could get into later.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you, Matthias, you've been out riding a little bit, but I was camping in February. Did anyone camp yet this year?
Yes.
No, not really.
Yeah, but
You did, Thomas?
It's more glamping. It was sleeping outside at my cabin in my hammock.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that counts. That counts.
Yeah, that fuck truck
Sleeping
doesn't count.
outside.
Oh yeah, that actually counts because I don't have heating like you do. So for me, I have been camping all winter, to be honest.
No heating, no loo, no
Freezing
shower.
my kahunas off. Yeah, but you've been on a motorcycle
okay,
camping
so-
trip. That is much more important, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have so much to look forward to this season. It's so cool to be, I hate to say it, but my age, 50 plus, and then go, season is starting, and you just feel life comes back and so many things to look forward to. And but we've been quite busy already since January.
Yeah.
Because we had the opportunity with that, which does not happen so often, to meet all the three of us together in real life at the Swedish motorcycle show MC Mässan in Stockholm in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
not
was
only-
great. I think
what a
we had an
fantastic
episode
time.
before that, and we should have one after it and summarize it, but we failed.
But
But we could do that right now. We did have fun, didn't
yeah,
we?
it was amazing, and it was quite. It was a lot of fun. It was all laughing from beginning to end, to be honest. And not only did we three had the not the possibility to meet and stay together, but we also meet up with all our friends in Moskomoto, Climb, and all the surrounding people, Twin Pegs behind us on the stage, and so it was how many people? 20, 25 people. The Stegra guys, AGP Nordic.
Yeah.
We were a lot of guys and girls there.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. But I dare to say that we definitely had the most cool ADV stand on that motor show.
Yeah, without a doubt. Everybody from the other stands,
Easily.
like BMW, Ducati, and yeah, different stands. Even Honda, I think, it was right over on next to us. They came over and took pictures and asked us questions. What are we and what we're doing? And yeah, that was quite fun to see.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I lost my. Okay, this could be a clip for you, but I lost my motorcycle show virginity, or what do you call it? It was my first ever motorcycle show, actually.
Yeah, and we end up in bed together.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with that. So.
But you have been in Gothenburg before? At the motor show in Gothenburg?
No.
Oh,
I've never been to a motorcycle show. You need to understand, I started this motorcycle thing at 47 years age, and that was 6 years ago. So yeah, you guys been into this for a long time, and I'm trying to catch up. That's what I'm doing all this.
I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, but you are
Rob.
kind of the rock star in the group.
Yeah,
How come? How is that even happening? You are
What,
kind of
come
a
again?
rock star in the group, and I don't understand that. You're kind of the virgin when it comes to riding, but you are the rock star when it comes to everything else. That is, we have to do something about that, Matthias.
Sorry.
It's easy to be the rock star in the company of you guys.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, because the difference in level is no. Let's not go there.
Of course, it's all about looks. It's all about looks.
No, but talking about Rockstar, which is a silly thing, because I am actually quite an introvert. I'm alone in my garage and I talk to a camera. I'm not used to be out there and meet people. So people think that I am this guy that I'm on video, but that's because I'm alone and no one's watching. And then people watch it on YouTube, but that's not the same thing. And then you get to this motorcycle show that we were on, and people recognize you all the time, and blah, blah, blah. And it's awesome to meet faces behind the
Names.
numbers and comments and so on. So that was the
I think that it was kind of
most cool thing,
the most. I'm not sure how to say it, but that was my biggest surprise when I came to the motorcycle show. I thought, of course, it will people come over and watch the Moscow stand, but there were so many people that actually just came to meet us and to talk with us and have a laugh and just tell how appreciate they are of what we do. And for me, it was just like mind-blowing to see how many people we affect in a positive way with just having fun, to be honest. And I'm like you, Robert. I'm quite an introvert myself, and I find I can be social and have fun with good friends, but still I kind of feel like a lone wolf, and I want to be left alone in the forest and whatnot. So it was mind-blowing to see how many people that really appreciate what we do. So thank you for all that watch and came over to us.
I think it was really fun that people came to us and had a chat. It's really, really cool. I've been through it before, actually, on a motor show. I thought I would walk alone on that motor show, but didn't really turn out that way. And that's great, actually. And then...
But I live in the adventure motorcycle world, but I was a bit surprised that the motorcycle show was just a tiny part about adventure motorcycling. It was where we were in the Moscow stand. Moscow is about adventure riding. There were some luggage, small booths, but the rest was
that's
not
actually
about adventure.
Pretty interesting, because if you're looking in what bikes sells today, it is adventure motorcycles. And the gear as well and so on, that's what they are selling pretty much. And then you look at the show, it's a small part of it, and that that's the proportions of that is really interesting.
But it's quite cool as well, because when we went into the motorcycle show, everybody was there on their stands with the tie and suit and shirt and whatnot, and it felt like you kind of came into a show floor at a supermarket or at their shop, local shop, and we were kind of the only guys going around with clothing that you're supposed to wear outside in the nature, and we just had a good time having a couple of drinks, and
you had the flip-flops
that got a lot of attention.
Foppa-topper.
But still, it's kind of like you say, we were the adventure scene, and nobody else did anything remotely near what we kind of put together there. So that surprised me a lot.
I think so. Another cool thing was that we were gathering at the evening as well with we called it a ADV dinner. I think it was your idea, Robert, with the Nomads to collect people for a beer at the evening, and then I was like tied up people from the ADV branch to it, and then we had the ADV dinner that got into a lot of work.
How can anyone get credit for saying, let's get together and have a beer afterwards? It doesn't take a genius to come up with that idea.
No, but it was really fun. Then we tied up some guys from the scene in this branch with the Moscow AGP. Klein was there. Sorry, the Stegra team, Bike Trollhättan was there as well.
Johan and yeah.
I think there was some more people, and after that, very. I think it was a rather productive dinner, actually. We could get into that later, but very productive and nice dinner. A lot of beers and fun.
Yeah.
And then after
because things happening this season.
Yeah.
Was sort of born in the after motorcycle show beer session there, but I think it's we talk about how cool it's to meet the followers of the YouTube channel, but I think the followers of the same channel, because a lot of people watches the same channels, they watch the three of us, I guess, and Adam Riemann and Fortnite, and they recognize each other in the comments and so on, and they would, I mean, have some. They have a sort of benefit of meeting each other also, because I think they have gotten quite a few online friends and stuff like that through all these channels and stuff.
And nothing really is better than that, because we're kind of building a community outside ourselves that people can meet and have chats and whatnot. And I see that in the comment section on this channel, on my own channel. You can kind of see that the fun we make of each other is kind of reflected back in the comments on my channel and yours channels as well. So I think that is a really good thing, and I think that is something that could evolve a lot the next couple of years with what we have planned. But as we said, we can get into that a little bit later. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit more about, because now we're just in January, the motorcycle show was really impactful. We had a lot of fun, but we're now in middle of April. What have you been doing lately, Robert?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. After the show there, I went to this winter meet in Småland with Steve. So I went there camping, but I went there because the weather was the same as it is now here in April. It was quite nice. It was, -1 at the coldest, and up to 6 degrees or something, but I had a really sketchy time, almost slid off the highway.
What's your experience with heated jacket?
Yes, I tried the heated jacket for the first time, and that was a lifesaver. And again, sorry for mocking you and calling you old lady for wearing a heated jacket, because that
I've been there, trust me.
That was.
Wait. He still behaves like an old fart. Youngest, but the old fart in the team.
Yeah, because I started from home. It was 3 degrees, and then I came closer to. I went south, but it started to get colder. So from 3 degrees on my motorcycle display, then it went down to 2 degrees. And then when I just rode out on the big 110 kilometers an hour highway, it went down to 1 degree. And 1 degree on my Yamaha display could just as well be -1. And I was on the highway and doing this highway, just easy left, 110, just leaning the bike just a few degrees, and I felt my rear wheel just sliding out.
Yeah.
And I had to change underwear.
Similar experience. But one thing I wonder,
was scary.
I wonder, Robert, it was, I think we were like 20 people last year, but it must have been a lot more this year because we hosted a little bit.
Yeah. The Slaskreffen is growing.
Yeah.
And the fun thing about that is it's in the middle of the winter, it's tent camping or hammock, and it's in February, and you expect the hardcore adventure riders coming. The first bikes were naked bike Harley Davidsons with the jeans vests and just Granny's old blanket or
gold
something
wings
in the back.
and whatever, Hayabusa, I think as well.
Yeah, street bikes and everything. And then the old men from the community comes also, like 80 years old, telling their stories from the seas and whatever. Yeah, it was great.
That's amazing.
Other than that, we had our just few glimpses of really nice weather, and then snow, and then really nice weather, and then snow. So I've been riding bikes. I ride my 2 bikes now, the T7, and then I have the Chow bike, the little Suzuki Cafe Racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ride around and go,
yeah,
ciao. Yeah, like that. So I haven't been up to very much, made a few videos about a reaction video, actually. Sorry, I will end with this because I did all my riding gear videos showing off my fancy pants and my glittering jackets and stuff like that. But from the community, I got sort of a reaction also that not everyone can afford all those fancy stuff. So I thought that a budget video, because we all started that way.
Yeah.
We all just put on and stuffed gear in whatever we had. And it was quite refreshing to get back to that mindset and just use what you have and so I think that was I really
loved that video because as you say, that's where we started and we did it for many years in that way. So I think that's a great video. That's what it's about.
And I loved making the AA meeting intro.
But we're all kind of addicts when it comes to gear. But you, Matthias, what have you been up to lately?
I think right after the motor show, I think it was the same weekend as the Slaskreffen that Rob was on. I actually planned to go there, but I didn't. I was out of my first ride as well, almost my first ride, I think, because I actually was riding around Christmas as well, testing the heated jacket. But I was out in my so-called backyard in Svartedalen and have a lot of fun, just you get the rust out of you, the winter rust, so to speak, and into the sand pit, into the forest, into the trails, and just push the bike and yeah, I couldn't say a slow start it really, but somewhat like that at least, just to get on the bike again and have fun, and made a video of that as well, just for fun, and a little bit showing others how my backyard looks like. Was also the purpose, but yeah, other than that, there have been some planning, as you know. We could get into that a little bit later here. Planning for what's happening here in mostly in May. I also got some cool about talking about gear. We love gears, don't we, guys? I got some tools as well, because that was some news from one of the brands we are using. They started to sell tools together with the tool rolls, and I was really interested in these Australian tools, what they would look like, and if it could be a cool thing to have in my toolkit. And it was really nice, fun, you know, gear.
Yeah, kind of gear addicts, all of us.
It's the same thing as Rob talked about earlier. I already had a toolkit, of course, that works. But new is new, and gear is gear. And that was fun, and that actually has been a spin-off on that, so there is more tools incoming. We could get into that another day. But yeah, I don't know. I have done a lot of things, a lot of trucking as well, and then I also have tried some new hammock. You know, at least me and Thomas is hammocking a lot on the trips.
And now you can have a double.
Yeah, so now me and Thomas, or you, Rob, could be in the
fire
same
in the hammock.
You can take Rob. I will take Chris from 360, the Explorer, what his name.
Chris 360 in the queue for trying out yours with you.
Just make sure he loses his voice first.
Yeah, so I've been planning some pop-ups with these hammocks, because they are like Moscow Motor. They are only selling their stuff on the web on their own. So pop-ups, so people could try them, are pretty cool. So the first one is actually at Bikedagarna in Trollhättan, where I live. That's a bike festival here. And the 24th to the 26th of May. April. So it's in 2 weeks. So we will be there, all three of us. Will be there and meet up the people, and we will build up a ADV camp just to hang around and speak ADV bikes and ADV gear and so on.
And of course meet up with people.
And also show that I did something stupid there, because I promised on the internet that they could provligga the hammocks together with me. And that's mean that they could like try me in the hammock.
That's a great, giveaway on your channel, Matthias. They can win.
Yeah, I got a lot of funny comments about that, so I will get hard times. So now I have promised that half of all that wants to try me needs to try Thomas, or maybe you, Rob.
Well, you never know if you haven't tried it. Isn't that something?
Yeah, so no, I've been out riding some as well. I don't know. I have been testing bikes as well. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
In the spring when the new
BMW 900 and the T7 Extreme.
Yeah, exactly. So I was first out with the BMW because I was very curious about that. New bike, fresh bike, so to speak. And I could easily say that BMW has, I think they nailed it actually. And that they get that bike closer to what we expect of adventure bikes, both of the look and the function.
I actually had a test ride on the 900 BMW also.
Yeah.
But only on tarmac, unfortunately. But I am so used to my old lady here, and it felt really light and nimble. It wanted to turn and so on.
Yeah.
But the power almost scared me. It was just it just took off, and insane power. I think it's 105 or something horsepower.
It's the same as my 890R actually, and I think they did a good job. But I think the bike was a little bit boring until I got it into dynamic mode. The highest throttle response.
That's what I rode also, but I don't like that. I don't like that much power. Maybe I'm old.
You are old.
But it's fun on asphalt if you want to overtake or so. But on the trails, it's just ridiculous. You need you have over 100 horsepowers, and that's why you need electronics, just to make it rideable off-road.
Not really. I turned off everything of it to just make fun of it as well, because I really wanted to feel the bike. But I'm with you there, Rob. Somewhat you have a point there, and I come to that when I ride the T7 Extreme. I won't reveal that much of what's coming up in that video, but I did the same thing. Took it out for a spin in the wet, muddy trails and things like that. A brand new bike, pretty much. And I could say so far that I actually really liked it. I really liked it. We could say that much at least.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah,
it has sort of the perfect balance with that engine that you can use it on road, but mainly off road. And it's you and the bike. You don't need a nanny electronics to let me lower, let me stop that wheel for you, and let me stop it from spinning for you, and it feels like riding with a condom.
I actually have something in that video about that, what you're talking about as well.
Yeah.
But no, so that's what I've been done as well, testing bikes, and I actually used to do that pretty much every spring, because in the spring the new bikes comes out, and it's both me being curious about bikes, how the competitors to my bike behave and how other bike feels, and then it's also my dealer that loves me coming to them and borrow their new bikes and just throw it into the mud. They pretty much love that as well.
I think you're somewhere between pest and cholera for them, because they want the exposure that you give, but they have to take a brand new showroom edition bike and
get it all muddy.
Let me say that we have a new deal since the extreme test ride. I need to leave them in a better cleaned shape.
Does that involve you have to clean it, or does it involve you not going off road?
Oh, they love me to go off-road with them. They used to call me, Matthias, could you get this Harley Davidson and just have it for a weekend and go out to make your camping videos? That's a typical call from Bike Trollhättan.
Okay.
And fortunately, I didn't have the time to do that with the Harley that came a few years ago. I think it's Pan American.
Yeah.
It actually was a plan to just make a cool camp out video with the bike and really trash it, so to speak, not at all be nice to it. So that's not the point. They like me to go into the mud, but I need to get them in better shape before the showroom again.
Yeah, you would be the guy in this team. You would be the guy with the Pan American. You're the most sort of alpha male looking guy.
Yeah,
so
the big stomach and the gray hair. You only need more gray beard, then you can kind of like sit there with the big monkey bars, or what they call it.
Yeah. I saw that on the Nature Channel. They are called silverbacks.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
But
I'm a curious guy, so I need to. I like to test bikes. And a list of bikes I've not tested I would like to, but I do what I do. And show me, what have you done?
Ooh, yeah, what have
you done for me lately?
It's been busy to be honest. It's like you guys. I'm not the guy who go out there and test bikes, because if I can't afford it, I stay the hell away from it, because I know it will be an expensive thing. And I got a new love this year or last year. The e-mountain bikes just is the most fun I have had in many years. It's just such an incredible experience to go really proper off-road here in Norway with all the mountains and tracks and whatnot. So I've been rocking and enjoying that a lot, trying to figure out how I could...
I envy that.
No, I'm trying to kind of figure out how to do that and make videos of it as well, to give it a little bit of exposure. And my production company is going like never before, so I have done a couple of project there, and of course planning with you guys the upcoming future, and a couple of events that is in May and this summer, the new trip that is coming in May. So yeah, it's been quite interesting. It's kind of like every day is something with making video, making meetings with people that want something to be done or ask you if you can help them with stuff. So yeah, and of course I had a trip over to Sweden again, meeting up with Matthias and looking at some equipment, some gadgets.
Yeah,
gear again.
And I found a nice Viking burial place to meet up
at. I think that the latest weeks and the last month has kind of, and after seeing your video, Robert, about going back to the roots, and after the motorcycle show, there were so many beginners that asked us questions that me and probably you guys take for granted. I feel like it's important for us to take a step back as well, trying to go back to the where it all began, because not everybody has the money to spend on all new equipment and whatnot, and to show people that you can have a really good time on off the road or off road or whatever with less gear. I think that is also an important thing we need to shine a more light on.
Yeah, you're onto something there, and I think all three of us is very honest, because I think that all three of us get a lot of gear questions, and I never ever push someone to you must have this and that and so on, rather in the opposite way, that you just tell what could be good to have, so to speak, and that isn't really everything. So to speak.
Yeah. Well, it is ADV gear porn that you produce, and you say you don't need this, but it looks good, doesn't it? so I mean, you're teasing. we are teasing. You know.
But that's a very interesting question. Do you remember when we had the interview with Rally Nord, Dennis? In this channel? No, it was on his channel, because our channel didn't behave, so to speak. Yeah, and he was very much into the responsibility that we have when we are producing this kind of videos with all the gear. What responsibility we have to our audience or viewers, and that was a really interesting part. We maybe not should go into it, but I just want to mention it. So please continue.
No, I think it's a good point to just, because it just hasn't happened so much news actually. It's more like preparing for stuff to come, and it's just making the days and of course trying to make the best out of the weather that has been, because like you say, it's April. One day you have spring and you can go outside and enjoy like riding your motorcycle, and the next day you have snow, and then you have rain again, and it's just been a constantly wave of bad weather. And yeah, there's one little news that I'm actually quite not proud of, but glad I did, and that was I started a new YouTube channel as well, going next to my motorcycle stuff. It's more like an outdoor cabin simple life thing, because lately I have been I don't fit in the city. I really like the simple life. I really like to, every time I'm at my cabin, I really enjoy the go to sleep when I'm tired, waking up when you're rested, eat when you're hungry, and just do like, it's just, I need to get away from the city. So I'm working hard on leaving, finding a new place for me and my family, and that new channel is kind of a part of that, and trying to document a little bit more personal stuff about who I am and what I'm doing there, not so much travel and that stuff. So yeah.
That's where you get the ladies.
That's
also.
awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Yeah, we have seen your
Let's
stats.
compare numbers, because on my Nomad Sweden YouTube channel, I have 92% men, and they're my age and so on, which leaves, of course, 8% women on a good day. What do you have on your motorcycle or your main channel?
I think it's approximately 6% female on my motorcycle stuff, but it's almost 40% on that other channel.
Yeah, 40%.
That's awesome. I think I'm happy if there is like 4% ladies on my channel, I think.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
How many?
Because some of them have commented when I was reviewing like riding gear, and I was
you know how to walk.
Yeah, and they were commenting about that, and I was like, you're one of the few. That's great.
but I think that's biology talking now, because I have a channel which is pure motorcycle, and women looking at that, they sort of, I'm guessing now, but they're thinking motorcycles. There's a man who's not at home. Your channel, Thomas, where you're only at the cabin and carving stuff and being sort of the man they want to meet. That's 40% there. And you, Matthias, you're out hunting a bit, but then you're in your camping van and so on, and they're thinking, I could be there too. There's room for me.
No, I think you're. I don't know. In real life, I actually have questions about from ladies that are asking, Matthias, when you're out on your bike, do you meet ladies then? Because you're riding solo, or are you out to meet ladies? So in real life, that has been the question, and that's pretty funny. And of course, I'm out for the ADV. So
I do. Yeah. I wonder, like Runa, for example, or Itchy Boots, or all the other ladies that are in the adventure scene. I'm curious to see how their numbers hold up. How many? How many males are watching young girls on a motorcycle compared to women looking at women on a motorcycle? That would be interesting.
I think Itchy Boots has a large number of female viewers, because it's sort of girl power.
Yeah, the feminist wave. Yeah, of course.
It's not even mainly riders.
We don't shave our armpits. We don't wear bras. We don't. Yeah.
But the ladies, as you know, with their channels, they of course attract a lot of men watching the videos. But I would not want to switch with them, because I never get dick pics on my channel. But I'm thinking.
Hold my beer. Wait a minute.
Yeah. But
what?
That was the most subtle. That was the most subtle invitation I've ever heard. It's just like, come on, everybody, get your dicks out and send Robert a picture. If you don't have his number, send me a message and I will give it to you. That is brilliant.
But I don't know for sure. But I do think that the female YouTubers, adventure biking YouTubers, they get a lot of idiots commenting
unwanted
and suggesting
attention,
and really So they are exposed in a different way.
Yeah, and of course they need to ride and leave. When they make a story on Instagram or they make a video about it, they have to have a delay because they don't want people to stalk them, and that is fucked up. That it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
No, not really.
But yeah, that's a big...
I see in the comment field right now that people are like the discussion.
Yeah, beer talk, that is the best. You never know where you never know where you start or where you end up. It's always kind of like a dynamic thing.
Yeah, I think it's rather cool, you know. When we are out riding, we don't need to be like 2 or 4 weeks ahead because we are hunted. And that's pretty much convenient. I actually feel sorry for the ladies out there that are adventure riding, that they
without a doubt
must have it in
but
that
it's kind
way.
of it brings me over to the topic when we were at Stockholm and we were together with all our friends in Stockholm and all the people, the viewers that came over and talked with us. It surprised me how well everybody clicked, what a community it is, how much fun we had, how much laughs, how much great stories. This is like, it's like a big military camp with just great people in a way. It's just like, it really, really fueled my motivation to do more and own more of this kind of adventure scene stuff.
But were you thinking about the motor show, or were you thinking about that after party after the ADV dinner when we were at the bike fest?
Both, actually. It's like it's
both.
yeah, because it's like when we were out at the dinner, we were the closest friend that just get together, but still there's a friend of a friend with everyone. So, and everybody was just like this close. It's just it amazed me, and that is how I feel when I go to, like when I went to Auduro, when I stop with my motorcycle and meet people that come over and talk with me. It's kind of like you are all the same race, you are all the same people, kind of in a way. So you kind of click with them really fast. So it was really fun. I had a really good time this winter, to be honest.
Yeah. Adventure riders connect all over the world.
But now the crazy calendar is starting. For the first year of my bike career or whatever, I actually had to go into my calendar because I realized from next weekend, starting next weekend, the 19th of, that's a Friday, 19th of April, I have adventure motorcycle sort of event planned until midsummer every weekend.
Yeah. It's totally crazy.
And that it's not that it's sort of, oh, you're an influencer, YouTuber, and events and big things. It's just, let's do that weekend, and that weekend we're going there, and in May I plan to go with Steve on this cafe racer trip down to France with bikes breaking down and sleeping in strange places, but I had to cut that. So I've been actually quite bored because I think I don't have a diagnosis, but I'm sure it's ADHD, where I get bored very quickly. Yeah. I get bored just the second after I stop doing something. Mm. But
I think we have
so when I'm bored, let's do that. And I fill the calendar. So it's going to be awesome, great fun, a lot of things. I have a ride with people I've never met next week. Week after that, the bike in Trollhättan, the event that we're all going to, setting up adventure camp in Trollhättan to sort of our adventure camp in this big bike event.
It's a little bit like we talked about earlier. It's like me as well. I'm going down to Yamaha Bergen next week, standing adventure days in my local shop, and then the week after we go to Sweden, the bike Trollhättan, and then May starts and I have vacation. I'm going over to Sweden and doing a trip. With the trip I'm going to do scouting. I'm going to do I was invited by Yamaha going down and do a Giro d'Italia bicycle race thing, but I had to cancel that because of the Overland Adventure Expo thing.
But we like to push you to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We needed a video of you in Lycra.
Yeah, but it was just for 1 day, so it was just like
bit.
crazy. Crazy busy.
Thomas,
but
the rest of this ADV team here, the ADV TV team here, want you to be a mammal.
Yeah, but
mammal in the Italian
my point was that, like we talked about earlier, is that this year we just fill the calendar. We see how much we can do, how much we can fit in, and to next year we know much better. Okay, this was too much. We need to cut down. For me, at least, it's like this year I'm just saying yes to as much as I can take in or have fit into my schedule, and then I see how much it gives back in form of if it drains my battery, I need to take off a couple of events, because I see that this won't last. It can't be like this every year. Then we would just burn empty, because I think that one of the most important things I do is to get out there and enjoy making videos, not running from place to place to be a puppet for everyone else in all respect.
Exactly.
But this is very interesting, because I actually used to have it this busy as we are talking about this time of year until July. And the thing is just we have filled it up with some different things that we used to actually. When I worked with Skog, for example, when I was a founder and being a part of creating Skog, it was a lot of work for one event, for example. And then other years it has just been friend rides, but as much as well, and then the family life as well, we will not forget. But I'm with you here, Thomas, because it's very good to hear you say this, that you need to take it in and feel it, and if you like it or not, and if it feels too much, just pull that rope. It isn't harder than that actually. But it looks like as I said, we will start with the bike dagarna, and then we have like a weekend off. I had a plan before to have a ride with Arne, a friend of us, Arne Jakobsen, and I know that he will have something else, or he will come to Sweden that weekend. But so I have that weekend open, or Bibi wants that weekend, so and then and the weekend after that. Then, as you say, guys, we are going to. I'm going to. You, Robert, you are going to secret place, or is it open?
Who, me?
I don't have any
weekend?
secret places.
No, I don't have any secrets.
That's great, because I know that you will get into the woods of Småland then, and I will get into the woods of Dalarna with a few friends from Norway and old riding buddies from here from Sweden, and the weekend after that it will be great. I just love this. It will be great, and then for long weekend as well, and then after that, as you said, Thomas, we will go to a. At least for now, a secret place in Värmland, and we are going to scout, and then we are all three together again. Yeah, and that's awesome. Also, one of the plans from this ADV dinner. And then the weekend after that, we are going to the Overland Adventure Expo in Stockholm. A huge event for overlanders. It's 4x4 van lifers, and for the first time we are building up a ADV camp because adventure riding is also overlanding. So we will be a part of that, and it will be like a festival, and also exhibitors from different brands in this branch that are relevant for ADV. So we have a full time.
Yeah, but
working.
I think it's important, like you say, it's only to pull the rope. And I know that because we are all good friends and everybody knows each other really well, there is no kind of commitment and strings attached. So if you feel it's too much, it's easy to just back out. But you really need to feel it for yourself to understand if it's too much or not. So this year will be a kind of a pointing arrow to if I can do it like this or I have to pull down a little bit. And
but
without a doubt.
Yes.
But it's kind of like
so much
everything else, like your family life, like Bibi, your dog and everything. And you kind of like, that has to bleed because you are doing stuff you really like to do. So it's kind of like the fine balance between doing what you love, what you have to do, you work, and then client work. And so it's like a constant battle of time.
Yeah, it's another balance as well. I will get to that because first I want to say you guys out there listening to this and maybe live in Scandinavia and have a close part to the Overland Expo or northern continental Europe as well. We want to see you there. We want to see you there at the Overland Expo in that ADV camp with us. I just want to say that. And then the other part, as we're told, all these things, it's takes a little bit out of our own adventure rides.
Yeah.
We make this thing because we think it's fun to meet each other, and that's super cool. And we make these things to meet other peoples that like this ADV riding, and the family, so to speak, to meet out there. And that would be really, really fun. But it also takes something from your own rides.
Yeah, it does, because the core of what we do, and especially what I love, and I guess you too, is the rides that we do in nature and the adventures. And then there's so many events coming up, and those are the little cherries for just partying, actually meeting people, having beer and just having fun. But the core, of course, is to go on these adventures, short or long, doesn't matter, but just go out there camping and just having fun. We have a few questions in the chat, actually.
Yeah, shoot.
We have great. Love questions.
We have, starting in chronological order when it comes to events that we will attend. And one question was about Skog. And none of us have planned to go to Skog. But actually, as it turns out, since I canceled the long cafe racer trip to France, I will be home that weekend. And I have checked with the Skog team, and I will join on Saturday to Sunday, only to just have a beer and chat with people, and because it's become a little bit like family. I've been there every Skog, and the idea of missing one sort of hurts a little bit. So I will be there, and I think at least Seymour will come from Nomad also, and chat, have a few beers at Skog, and so on. Then we have, as you mentioned already, the Overland Adventure Expo in Stockholm, Ekerö, in end of May. We will be there, all the three of us.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. And the next sort of public big event would be Autoro in Latvia.
Yeah, that is in September.
In the autumn.
In September. So I will be there. You guys will most probably be there. So, but in between there,
just through the people out there. It's cool thingy from last year.
Oh yeah, they are great with merchandise, with the mugs, and stickers, and stuff like that. And there was also a question about the ABR festival in UK. I will be in UK in June, but we have not committed to ABR because that's, again, it's a big event, it's a big festival, but what we need between these things is a proper adventure, and that's what we're doing in the UK.
Yeah, the nomad
So we're
guys.
going to ride around all of England, Scotland, perhaps Ireland also a piece, and then make a UK British experience. So I will bring my umbrella and
yeah, I was actually invited to ABR through a company, also Twin Pegs, asked me if I wanted to become to travel with them and be part of their kind of stand and whatnot. And of course that was a really, how to say it, I was really humbled that they asked me to stay there. But it's kind of like, it's so big and it's in the middle of my main vacation this summer, and my plan is to go down south in Europe for my own trip, for my own travel. And it was kind of like I couldn't get it to fit. It was just no, it was no chance, so I had to skip that.
You and me, Shumi, we should go to the ABR. I also got an invitation, like the first and second year they had it, an invitation from them to go there. And this year, I got an invitation again from more privately from one of the guys in the big bike adventure team, and also to carry my bike there so I could fly.
Wow!
Because to ride the TET Sweden or maybe TST Sweden.
But don't you think it's become too big? It's kind of like what do you for me it's a little bit of getting in contact with people, my followers, and get to know the faces behind everything and whatnot. And for me it just feels like a huge festival with way too much people. It just getting to the point that it's too big.
Yeah, but you know, it's not that far away. You know, just throw a leg over the bike to get there. In a couple of days, we are on the ferry, and you make a travel of it, and not only the ABR. So you could make something fun of it for a week. Or
but then it have to fit to the schedule, because just going over for the festival itself, it takes at least a week.
That has been my problem as well, because it's pretty much the time that I have had with my family.
And it's always in the middle of summer, so it's kind of like it always fits me right in the back. And I think that but still it can be fun. I'm not sure. I haven't been there. I just know that in huge publics I get a little bit shy and want to go away in a way.
But then you have a bottle of JD and then you
dance.
Then
I do stupid stuff and I get carried home, and that is not good. I've been to London before.
That's why we're doing it.
London's...
Okay, so things are happening, Oh, that's fun.
It is fun, and it's been a really, really great year, and so many great people, so many new connections, so many new I
would like to chime in with something, because I don't think that people have seen what's going to happen on that on the Overland Adventure Expo really in Stockholm, because we are not just building an ADV camp, we will have workshops. We also
should put up the page.
We'll also have presenters, travelers going there. We will not reveal who and what and so on, but it will be great. You will know the names, definitely, and workshops, ADV-related workshops every day. So it will
I'll put
be
it on
a lot
share
of fun
screen now. It's I put it on the share screen so I can go through the web page. Of course, now it's just overlanding. There's just a lot of picture of vans and the rims, the tires, the roof tents and whatnot. But that is one section of the big overland map. But we are gonna have our own motorcycle camp on the side, where you see day parking on the far right corner with the two barns and where it stands beer. So here you see adventure bikes with the pool and the hotel and everything. We will have a big motorcycle adventure festival that is a little bit on the side of the overland camp, but still a part of the overland camp.
We could put up tents, hammocks, our bikes, and we also will have skill training.
Yeah, there will be skill training, but
Yeah.
not really ride outs on sort of half-day trails or something like that. It's a festival.
Yeah, it's more like an
a little
outdoor
bit like,
motorcycle show in a way, like AMSA show. Yeah.
yeah. But it's meant that you come there with your tent, you camp there for the weekend, and you just stay there, swim in the pool, drink beer, walk around, meet people, and watch this huge area of adventurers, not only motorcycles, but all kinds of overlanders with vehicles. And yeah, so yeah, I'm
those,
really looking forward to that.
Those ADVers that are not into hammock and tents could also stay at bed and breakfast, or actually also visit daytime actually.
Yeah.
So there is also daytime tickets.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, we will have fun.
When you saw how much fun it was on a motorcycle show in Stockholm, I can't imagine this be anything worse than that. It's just like it has to be great. It was just such a blast.
Yeah. Still living on that. And July, August for me is my dream, actually. It's just an open schedule. My family is occupied with this and that, working, and kids are away, and stuff like that. So if the weather is good, I hope to do this exotic riding country called Sweden and just roam around. I love to go north in Sweden. I like to do that again. I did it once only, to go far north. And actually, we are Swedish, Norwegian riders. And from my part, I'm a bit confused now because I'm showing Romania and Tanzania, while I live in a country where people are actually quite interested in how it's to ride here. I should do more about my home turf. Yeah. So I hope to do that in mid-summer, not midsummer, but mid-summer, July, August.
But that is a good point you have there, because a lot of people tend to feel they need to go abroad to have a big adventure. They really need to go around the world and whatnot. And I also have that in me. I have the wanderlust or what it's called, to just always go on. But I also get really homesick. And I really love Norway and Norwegian nature when it is at its best. When you have nice weather, you can ride around the mountains, the down with the lakes and whatnot, and into the fjords. And there's so much beauty. But a lot of people search up Norway and Sweden because they found that exotic. But we are looking outwards because we found that exotic, because that is what we don't have.
And it was such a cool moment when me, the Nomad Sweden team, the four of us, we sat there, had a beer down in Zanzibar, Tanzania, and just talked about our experience through as a team, where we've ridden and so on. When did we have the most fun? Oh, that was the Northern Sweden tour we did in 2020. And we say that on Zanzibar. But sometimes you need to go away to sort of get to remember what really matters.
To appreciate what you.
But do you think you could ride around the world on a motorcycle for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years?
I don't think that is me, actually.
No.
For
a couple of months and then go back. But years in and out, I don't think I would appreciate that so much.
No, I'm sort of, I could too, and so on. Let's say I have the opportunity to go for 5 years, but it's, I can't explain it. It's not in my heart. It's I like these more limited excursions. excursions.
But does that have to do with age? That you're kind of have a root here in Sweden that you, or is it just?
I actually, to be honest, I wouldn't say no. Let's say we can just do like this Adam Sandler video where he has a pause button on life. Not sure if you've seen that one, but yeah, and just go. That would be awesome. We're talking about levels of awesomeness, of course, but I do like the balance between my ordinary life and adventures, and 2 months would be a long ride for me anyway. And I think that
many people on the road does it in that way. They riding the world but also fly home sometimes, but not all, of course, not many of the epic rides. If you ask me, I would, if I had the opportunity. You should never say if I had the opportunity. If I create the opportunity, I would actually do it. I would easily be comfortable with do it for a few years.
And what's really cool to me is that we have these YouTubers like Itchy Boots and stuff that they've done so much things. But what's really cool to me is, for instance, Roel Bremmers from Moscow Moto. He's not on YouTube. No. He was around the world for 11 years.
Yeah.
11 years.
And he's not even fond of YouTube except from his wrenching on the bike. Then he Googled YouTube to see how to do it.
Yeah. So there are so many amazing adventurers out there, and we only know about those who have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. But that's true.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Helge Peterson and all the classic guys that went on the old BMWs from the beginning, and only still photographies showing what they were doing.
But it amazed me that you can go on an adventure like that and not share it. You understand what I mean? It's like, for me, going on a motorcycle trip is also half the trip is to share it and make a story out of it. But going for 11 years around the world and not telling everyone and anyone, just for you, that is blows my mind. That is so cool.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful. We need to remember, at that time you couldn't really get the travel like founded by social medias, because it didn't exist in that way. So you can't really compare. Today it's a part of founding the trip.
Of course, it's
a part of
so we're just babies. We're just good at one thing, and that's a strange thing, because I get a lot of questions because people think I'm an expert rider, expert mechanic and stuff like that. I've been doing this for just a few years, not much. What I'm really good at is making videos. That's my expertise, but no one asked me about that. So
but I was traveling a lot in the continental Europe with motorbike before I didn't have Facebook. I was a very late developer, so to speak, in using social medias. So I have been out there traveling, and I almost have no pictures from it.
Yeah.
And that feels weird, and I'm very sorry about it, because I wanted those pictures. I think I have, like, from a travel for for a month in around Southern Europe, and I think I have 5 pictures that I have available.
That is a shame.
And that feels really, really weird.
Yeah, but
and that's why we make our travel videos. From the beginning is what it was, because us as a team, we want to look back at our home videos, of course, of the
yeah.
travels we did and things like that. Then
Now
it turned
we're
out
into why we're starting with YouTube. Not for showing others. Was a space to keep your videos on, and if someone else looked, it was okay.
Well, I think that is
and here we are.
A more gray area, because I don't think I did it just to have my own videos available to show my family or friends. I think it's more about creating a story or telling a story that could motivate others to do their own adventures. For me, it's always been about trying to share my passion into inspiring others to share their passion. Kind of like the way I was inspired by others, I wanted to be the voice that could inspire new people to do the same. So
yeah, but that's the typical thing, and that's a good part of it. I didn't came into that mode because I think it took me a few years with YouTube because I even was thinking about inspire others. I just used it as a space to like.
Yeah, but that's your old generation. Your old generation.
Yeah. I didn't understand it at the time.
And now
either,
you are influencing around without your pants on. It's just like picture here, movie here.
No, not really. That's you. That's you.
I had some really fun moments in the woods of Sweden with that guy. Jesus Christ. Do you?
Yeah, but that's
do you remember? Do you remember the football
Until
track
you
when we
feel-
were riding all night to try to find that place to camp, and we ended up in that old wood on the football pitch in that little area? That is actually one of the best camps
Everything
we had.
cool was occupied.
Yeah,
we
that
had
was
fun.
that's a good memory. And we didn't take any pictures or video about it. We just hanged and had a good time.
Yeah, we didn't want to show where we actually were camping. I think I have videos from, Friday
We were
bacon
wild
and eggs and so on,
camping.
but that's the only close-up videos.
So when
that's perfect.
we're going to have a few things happening every weekend. What about Nordic ADV TV? We actually had a request for T-shirts here, so let's talk about that after this session and see if we can have
1,000
some
Norwegian krona
merch.
for each
I
T-shirt,
have
so we
actually
can
been
get them
thinking
big
about
trip.
that. We should have it available.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea. I have been thinking of it that we should have, because it would have really fun.
Imagine you going on a trip.
Your few lovely people out there that's bear with us, sitting here and drinking beer and have a wonderful
that's the
talk.
wonders of social media. But imagine you going to Tenerife or Mallorca, Ibiza, what it's called, and you sit there with your family, and then you see a bloke on the sun chair next to you with the Nordic ADV T-shirt. That would be so cool.
When that happens, then you have a large grey
Then you are
beard
a
yourself as
superstar,
well.
without a doubt. Then you're a superstar. What you doing, Rob?
That's
I noticed my laptop is completely drained of battery, but I have the charger in here. But we have a few minutes of it, I guess. But luckily, we've been at it for 1 hour and 12 minutes. So perhaps it's time anyway.
Yeah, but
I'm just curious. We need to really make an effort, if the audience wants it, to come back and have a session. And what would be really, really cool is when we are at the site together, the three of us, at some of the events or whatever, to have a Nordic ADV talk like this, but in one cam, sitting next to each other and
oh yeah, that would be nice.
Slapping the faces or whatever, and hearing the cling of the beer glasses knocking. So I guess that would be.
That must be a must
we need a
thing to do.
couch.
But should we reveal something for our audience here? You know that they have not seen us for like 86 days or something in the Nordic ADV TV, but people out there need to know that when we are asking what have you done lately, I have been chatting with you guys every night. every night, from the morning to the evening. People should know how much we are talking with each other's. It's from the morning
and I love
to the
I
night.
love it when
All
people
days.
send me messages. Oh, I just talked with Matthias yesterday or whatnot, and I just I know.
Oh shit.
It's kind of like yeah,
They
so,
already
yeah,
know it.
okay, I heard about that, but I don't want to take the fun out of it. But still, it's kind of like we don't have any secrets, and we talk at least 3-4 times every day. If we the messenger group.
But so what Robert is talking about is like on one of these events or only in the woods for ourselves, have our sofa and do the Nordic ADV TV live with you guys out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Together.
do that.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, I think so. But another question I'm interested in, because since we have been really lousy the last 86 or something days, what would you like to see us to do? Is it interviews again with interesting people, just beer chats, or should we go into a topic to speak about? Please comment on that. That inspires us, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always good to get feedback so we can stretch or be creative around. So please do that. Please tell us.
It's but it's quite fun how we just start a live stream like this with no plan and just chat along. That's it's quite good.
Guys,
we have a lot
guys,
to
I have
talk
told
about.
you before, through adventure, they have the motto like the plan is no plan.
Yeah.
Or the adventure begins when the plan shits.
Yeah, and I like the answers to this question actually, because they all say beer chats. So cheers to that.
I have other things than beer here as well, but I don't know if we should. we keep that for campfire. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, but I think it's I think it's cool to, because we have grown a little bit of audience in this last year or so, and this is of course something we would like to continue doing, but we should probably not wait another 80 days before we do it again.
No, and we promised to do it more often at that time.
But
and still we're chatting each day, but not with you guys, and that's a big fail. So we need to improve here.
Yeah, that is actually a good point.
Another question I have is, we used to send this on Sundays, and today it's Friday, and on Fridays we drink more beers than on the Sundays. So what is a good day? Is the Sunday good, or is the Friday good, or whatever? I know that the Fridays could be problematic for
because of our work life
family
and
lives.
family life. If we could do it, it doesn't matter what day we do it, as long as, because it will always be, you can see you don't have to see it live, you can see rewatch it later, but we could manage to squeeze in more episodes if we don't have to have a set date or set day every week. Like every Friday we can't do because my work and everything else, but still, if we could do one Monday, one Sunday, and one Friday maybe, it's kind of easier to mix it in.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, but we drink them anyway, don't we?
I'm game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. The audience have spoken.
We could also do a poll on the Nordic ADV community part.
Yeah.
Do some
But
polls
we should
there
have
as well.
one when we are at in Sweden next time. Just a live thing, just a couple of minutes with the iPhone and whatnot.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Just to show what we are doing when we're having fun.
All right,
Are we happy?
What's happening here?
we're happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
I'm so happy.
That's good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in IRL and
That's
all
not
the
allowed to
different things
say.
we're doing.
You're so old. In real life, you can. It's allowed to say.
I'm
in real life.
53 this year, so fuck off. Thomas, in
Yeah, look
reply
forward
to
to
what
it,
you
guys.
sent me, I also have a thing for you here in
Oh,
my little,
you have
my
one.
little
Let's
drawer
show me.
here.
Show me what you have.
Do you know what I have?
Show me.
I thought it's here. Where is it?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah. That's really nice.
It's in here.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, it's that fifth, you know.
Oh, I'll have a surprise
Really
for you
fucking
as well. Just wait.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. So, time to call it
Thank
tonight.
you so much, guys, for tuning in. Love to have you here, and we talk again really soon. So, yeah.
Have an awesome
Have
night,
fun, guys.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have fun. Happy trades.